Imagine hijacking a plane, taking thousands of dollars, jumping into the darkness, and never being found. Sounds like a movie, right? But this actually happened. And more than 50 years later, nobody knows who this man really was. His name? D.B. Cooper. The story began on November 24th, 1971. A well-dressed man bought a one-way ticket for a short flight in the United States. He looked completely normal, calm, polite. Nothing about him seemed suspicious. But once the plane was in the air, everything changed. Cooper handed a note to a flight attendant. At first, she thought it was just a phone number. But when she looked again, she realized it was a threat. Cooper claimed he had a bomb. He quietly opened his briefcase and showed what appeared to be explosive devices. Panic could have started immediately, but Cooper remained unbelievably calm. Then he made his demand. He wanted $200,000 and several parachutes. In exchange, he promised that nobody on the plane would be harmed. Authorities had no choice. They agreed. When the plane landed, the money and parachutes were delivered. The passengers were released safely. Most hijackers would have surrendered at that point. But Cooper had a completely different plan. He ordered the aircraft back into the sky. It was now dark. Rain and strong winds covered the night. The plane flew toward a remote area. Then something incredible happened. Cooper lowered the rear staircase of the aircraft while it was still flying. Imagine standing thousands of feet above the ground, in freezing weather, surrounded by darkness, and preparing to jump. Sometime that night, D.B. Cooper disappeared into the storm. Nobody on board saw exactly what happened next. The plane continued flying, but Cooper was gone. The FBI launched one of the largest investigations in its history. Agents searched forests, rivers, mountains, and remote wilderness areas. Thousands of suspects were investigated. Countless theories appeared. Yet no one could prove who Cooper really was. Years later, a small amount of the ransom money was discovered near a river. It was one of the few pieces of evidence ever found. But it only created more questions. How did the money get there? And where was the rest? Some people believe Cooper survived and escaped. Others think he never made it out of the storm alive. The truth is, nobody knows. More than 50 years have passed. The mystery remains unsolved. No confirmed identity. No final answer. No capture. Just questions. D.B. Cooper hijacked a plane, took the money, jumped into the night, and vanished forever. And even today, the world is still searching for the answer. Subscribe to Mystery Vault for more unsolved mysteries, disappearances, and stories that still have no answers.